It is the year 2025 of the Gregorian calendar. Here we are. Our orange president continues to harass our national psyche. The United States is going through social upheaval. All that could have been predicted from a mile away. Climate change continues to make the world hotter, and institutional racism continues to make life harder for people of color. You know, if these trends continue, and I really hope that you and I and everyone who cares about justice in America prevents the trends from continuing. But if they did, you can come to the conclusion that we're totally doomed. A race war will take place, and water and food will become scarce due to increasing temperatures. So, what to do? What to do? Do we protest? Yes. Will it work? I don't know. Should we write a letter to the editor? Yes. Will it work? Definitely not. Call your member of Congress? Absolutely not. Unless you have a big check to give to the re-election campaign. What to do? What to do? You know, in these moments, it's hard to be hopeful, but we must be hopeful. But the real answer is campaign finance reform. Before we can address the major crisis facing our nation, we need to weed out corruption and legalize and end this legalized bribery system that exists. You know, it's hard to limit carbon, which is causing climate change, when its emissions makes oil companies so much money. The same can be said about life-saving drugs, guns that are hugely profitable, and other products that are cornerstones of American life. That's the correct answer. We must have campaign finance reform. That way, laws that regulate and stop the madness can get enacted. But how the hell do we make that happen? Why would any member of Congress vote to make it harder to raise money for their next election? They wouldn't. Unless they don't want to win. And of course they want to win. And fish still can't walk on land. It may be worth starting a new social movement to make this happen. Create so much pressure. So much pressure. Phone calls and protests and media strategies. So much pressure that members of Congress have to vote for it. Put up candidates across the nation that will challenge opponents to advocate for campaign finance reform. You know, but enough of that intellectual talk. I want to give you a glimpse of my more cynical interior, my more sad interior. We're doomed. Campaign finance reform will never happen. And our system will continue running how it has been for hundreds of years, or decades rather. Why? Because it works for the people involved. You need money for an election. The sausage making may be disgusting, but damn, that sausage is damn delicious. Of course, it's only delicious for the donor class, politicians, media professionals, and surrounding mosquitoes. It's delicious for them because they're the vampires who enjoy the taste of blood. For the rest of us, though, the real owners of this country, the people, it smells like crap. It smells so bad we can't even get close to it. I used to think that the reason most people don't vote is because they're uneducated and have no interest in politics because, they were never formally taught about civics in a high quality way. But after this election and really studying what people had to say, I'm starting to think I was wrong. People don't vote because the American people are smart and they have good intuition and they can smell the bullshit from a continent away. That being said, we must fight for a campaign finance reform and fight to elect good people to elected office. They do exist. I met many of them. And there are fantastic people who are fighting in the trenches for a better America, a more fair America, a more just America. Government can be used as an instrument for good and a vehicle for material benefits. When this is done, I'm confident more people will get engaged in politics by seeing that good things can happen. And more people will be voting and volunteering. And the result will be we'll see more pro-people politicians getting elected.